Everybody put your hands together for love. Personified, start clapping right now.
Black woman, you deserve a reward. You see, I've been around for a while and I know this thing called love has you feeling sore. So I came here to the A to let you know that you deserve so much more. See, you are truly a gift from God. And though this way of living may seem kind of odd, trust my God doesn't make mistakes, so maybe it was fate that brought you through. Had me lost in your words before I ever had the chance to speak to you, holding on to your existence and I ain't even reached for you. See, you are truly something special. So what kind of man would I be if I allow this thing called love to stress you? And I know at times you may feel this is God's way to test you, but I'm here to let you know He just doesn't want you to settle for less food. Because you far exceed phenomenal, you're extraordinary. That's why it's not hard for me to see the S on your chest that you carry, because you are that superwoman. Faster than the speeding bullet, stronger than the locomotive. By the way you juggle being a lover, mother, friend, and confidant all in one motion, and I admire you for that. Especially the way you persevere by carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and your back, but lately you've been stressed. You say you've been a superwoman your whole life, and this is something that you know best, but I'm here to let you know you can put that S to rest and allow me to put that S on my chest. Because your days as a superwoman are through. See, you've been saving people your whole life, now it's time for me to save you from this vicious cycle of lies that you've become enslaved to. So whenever you're in danger, know there's a name that remains true, and you can call him Superman. So know this love wasn't coincidental, it was all a part of fate's plan to unite two superpowers together as one. So if you feed me your energy, then I'll feed it back, then our love will outshine the brightest sun, and that battle of love conquers all, we would have won, and you and I walk this world in pure bliss. Sometimes I sit and wonder what kind of woman could make me feel like this, but I've seen you. I mean, I've seen you allow mirrors to deceive you into believing that your size is not appropriate in approaching men, so you starve yourself to be thin. And I've watched you take your dreams and place them in a box because they didn't fit our lifestyle. No Trojans a lifestyle, so you walk with a life now that you had no intention of creating alone. I mean, I've seen you stay at home fighting through situations where his hands being raised come on more occasions than they should have ever been. And you forgive him and let him back in because he's good to you and your kids. Like, he's the only reason you have to live, so you continue to give while he takes. You fight to make a home from the house he creates, and he still roam freely in and out. More degrading words come from his mouth, so your self-esteem, hopes, and dreams, they seem to be a thing of the past. You tell him that you're hurting and he laughs. Then he tells you he's the best thing that you've ever had, and you should be glad because there are many women who would love to walk in the shoes you have. So I came here tonight to ask, black woman, do you know your worth? I mean, do you know the power that was given to you since birth? And do you understand that you bring life to this earth, so your worth is worth more than he could ever tell you in years? If it wasn't for a woman like you, he wouldn't have the chance to live this life. You see, I watched you become his wife in hopes to make him settle down, so you settle down with the fact that at least he comes home at night. And you don't condone this life, but you're too afraid to say he's wrong and fight for what you believe. Can someone tell me how is a man who's never there be all you need? I mean, far too many times I've seen you cry, and far too many times I've heard you ask why when the answer's clear as day. You say he makes you weak, but you're not strong enough to walk away. I mean, why stay when there's nothing keeping you there? You say you're not afraid of anything, then what's keeping you scared? Do you fear that no one else would want you, or do you worry that your past will come back and haunt you? I'm not here to taunt you, I simply want to reach you. You see, you've been misinformed far too long, and I only want to teach you, and I beseech you to listen. Please understand that your beauty goes much further than your physical. See, real men are attracted to your mental and your spiritual. It's critical that I inform you that your thoughts are cynical. That's why I can have a relationship with you and treat you like it's biblical. So understand you're way more than the way your body comes. Understand you're way more than the way your body comes. And if you know your worth, then you know what you deserve. But I've heard women degrade themselves. So if you don't love who you are, what do you expect from everyone else? I mean, you're afraid to show your beauty because you have a few stretch marks. Well, what if I told you that your stretch marks show you half hard and being a result of sex, I think they're sexy. See, real men know a blessing when they see one. And we still find you appealing even when you have another man's daughters and sons. It doesn't matter the length of your hair or the color of your eyes. I'm an 80s baby and you could be bald-headed and blind. You could be bald-headed and blind and have a way of making my temperature rise. You gotta know it's what's inside you that defines you. But if you don't take the time to find you, then you'll always base your worth on what's behind you. I think it's time.